Welcome back to Beast Mode Camping. Today we're taking a look at the Wuben X4. Now this is a bit of a different design. Looks pretty sci-fi if you ask me. But not only does it have a flashlight, it's also got a lantern that's going right here. And this thing can be used up to 720 hours on its lowest setting. And again, since I'm standing in the middle of a stream, I'm gonna go ahead and show just my hands because you don't need to see this. So a couple things about this. First of all, on the back, it is magnetic and it's got this tactical push button right here. Basically you hit it and nothing happens unless you've got this in its different positions. So right now it's in the locked position. It's got a lantern mode, a flashlight mode, and moonlight. So first, let's take a look at the flashlight. Oh, excuse me. That is the lantern since it's facing this way. Now right now it's in lantern mode, and that blue light, check this out. Can change green, amber, yellow, orange, red, basically all the different colors, and then back to blue. There's a little magenta. And we'll take a look at these at night to see how they hold up. Hold it for a couple seconds and it turns to lantern mode. Now, as you turn it up, obviously that's going to use more of your battery, but it gets pretty bright. Now, if you double tap it, it's going to change between different colors. So right now it changes red and green. Tap it again and it turns to red and blue. Tap it again, it turns to red and green. Again to red and yellow. Now I'm guessing if you put that on your dashboard, people are going to start pulling over for you. Tap it again to shut it off. Now if you move it to flashlight mode, you turn that and it's immediately on moonlight. Now it's got no steps to it, so you can just make it as hot as you want. Obviously that one's pretty bright. Now this one is 1200 lumen. So one light does that, double click it for boost. You can also make it boost just by using the scroll wheel and then all the way back down to moonlight. It also has a moonlight feature right here where when you turn it on, it is just a very faint light. Now again, using the lowest setting, using the lantern, it's good for 720 hours. That's a ton. You tap the back, and it's called the tactical back down here, but you tap it. Now if you double tap it, it turns into a strobe light. And it still turns a strobe up here even if it's set to lantern mode. Now to get into the battery, you hit this on the back here. Just flip this up and press that in. That's going to expose the battery. Now this is an 18650, standard 18650 battery. You're going to find this in a lot of the bigger brands out there. And this is 3400 milliamp hours. Well, it says right here it says 3350 milliamp hours. So I'm not sure what that is. Close it back down, pop the lid on, go ahead and lock it. You're good to go. Now it does have a big belt clip, and this one is thick and strong. This thing's crushing my finger, but obviously you can use it right there. You can use the magnet on the bottom depending on what you're trying to do with it. And as you can see here, it has 4 different lights. The moonlight, in fact, we'll go ahead and turn it on real quick. Now if we just turn it to moonlight, it's very dim. If I can get it to turn on. So moonlight doesn't even turn up. Turn it to regular. And I accidentally hit the button there. So you can't put it on lock when you put it in your pocket. Now one of the weird things I thought about is that, the lock position I would like to actually see up here. And the only reason is as you jam this into your pocket, you could hit something. I mean, you're going to have less of a problem if you're using a belt or something, but if you are putting it into your pocket, chances are that's going to come up. It does expose the power adapter. Now that's the USB-C, so it does have fast charging capabilities to it. And as you guys can see, I am melting out here as usual. It's not because I was splashing around in the water at all. I am melting. Now if you'd like to pick one of these up, I'll leave a link in the description so you can take a look at them. For a limited time, you're going to be able to pick them up through their Kickstarter campaign at about 40 to 50% discount. So I suggest you take a look at it, because after that, I think they're about 90 bucks. And that's just the lantern. Well, let's see what this thing looks like at night. All right, so first off, we're gonna put it in regular mode. Let's go all the way down with it first and take a look. So moonlight, this is moonlight right here, and that's pretty slim. Trying not to get too much of the overflow from my other light that's just lighting up my hand right here, but pretty slim. Let's non-step, turn it all the way up, and then we're going to compare it against my favorite flashlight, like I do in most of my videos. That has a nice throw to it, very little fall off outside the middle of it, creating that kind of corona, but I do like how warm and the color of this light. Okay, now let's check it up against my all-time favorite here. The X4 is on my right hand and my favorite on my left, and let's just see. So I do still think, okay, this one's rated, or this one's stated at 1200 lumens, and this one's 1100 lumens. Now I gotta say, this one's still my all-time favorite. Look at that, just kind of fills the area there compared to this one. It does have some noticeable bright spots to it, but I would say it's a bit dimmer than my all-time favorite. But again, a different take on a light, and my all-time favorite currently, it doesn't have a lantern to it. So now let's check out the lantern features of this. I think this is at its brightest. Yeah, so at its dimmest, you can just barely see. Let's go ahead and turn it up a bit. That is pretty bright for a lantern, especially if we're wanting to just kind of sit on the ground, maybe have it light everything up. I really do like this. Now, let's say instead of this, maybe we want to tell some spooky ghost stories and really get the kids involved. I change the colors of it, changes the mood. I really do like this. Not so sure about green here, but definitely putting off a vibe. Ooh, now there's it just turned into a Martian or something. But it gives pretty good coverage. Obviously, I don't know about the blue light so much, or the dark blue, but we've got it. Now the red light you will see a lot, especially in people that are doing astrophotography and stuff like that, because then you can still see the stars and the white light's not going to mess you up. So good call on this. Again, you just hold the button and it's going to switch it back to the bright light. And again, on the dimmest section, or the dimmest setting here, you can see I've got an okay amount of light. I could, while it looks pretty good on camera right here and you can see my hand really good, I do think like if you're gonna read from this and stuff, you're gonna need it up quite a bit higher. I could read through this, but on its dimmest setting, that's really gonna strain your eyes. So maybe just something in your tent to light up just a little bit, or maybe a safety light in the event of an emergency at your house or something like that if you lose electricity. So good job. And one thing, it's also got the flash that if you put it on any of the colors, now you can't change colors while it's in flash mode, but you have to change it back. So just hold the button down, double tap it again. That brings it up solid, and then you can change the color of it. So now I've got it on kind of a yellow or amber. Double tap it, and it's gonna stay on that while it's blinking. And yeah, it just stays blinking. So I could see this, strapping it to your backpack if you're going at night and somebody needs to follow you or something. Probably not a bad indicator. I'm gonna put this on my dashboard and kind of wee-oo, wee-oo. All right, so that's about it for the stuff at night. And back to you, Daytime Tony. And as always, I want to thank you for watching this review. And if this is the right content for you, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video.
Hmm.